At the beginning of the 20th century, nearly 100,000 tigers roamed the wild. Today, fewer than 6,000 remain. Human expansion, relentless hunting, and widespread indifference have pushed them to the edge of extinction. This story is both a tribute to the last wild tigers and an urgent call to protect what is left. There are animals that command respect, and then there is him. A tiger whose face is marked by scars of survival, whose upper lip is torn, whose every glance tells a story written not in ink, but in blood. His name is Chota Matka, and what he has done defies the usual laws of nature. This tiger isn't just large, he is fierce, powerful, and very much alive today in the jungles of Tadoba, India. Weighing close to 485 pounds, perhaps even more, he stands as a striped colossus, larger than many Siberian tigers. But his size isn't what makes him legendary. It's what he has done. Chota Matka has killed 3 other tigers, adult males. Each encounter a brutal test of strength and survival. He fought them one-on-one and won every time. No coalition, no allies, no tricks. Just raw power, experience, and an indomitable will to live. These facts are verified by park rangers, field researchers, and official Tadoba records. This is no myth or exaggeration. Chota Matka is a tiger killer, a rare, almost mythic figure in the animal world. Among big cats, that places him on another level entirely. For him, survival isn't about food or instinct. It's about dominance, control, and fear. While most tigers fight to defend a hunting ground, Chota Matka fights to rule it. While others hunt deer, he eliminates rivals. Some people still debate whether a tiger could defeat an African lion. That answer may never be clear, but Chota Matka forces us to ask again. Are we witnessing the strongest big cat alive today? The true king of the jungle? This is not a legend, it's a fact. The tiger that kills tigers. Tadoba Tiger Reserve, India. In 2016, during the monsoon season, a cub was born who would carry a heavy legacy. He was the son of 2 of Tadoba's most famous tigers, Matkasur, a dominant male ruling the core territory, and Choti Tara, a skilled and experienced mother who had raised several litters. That year, she gave birth to 2 male cubs, Tarachand and Chota Matka. The younger cub was named after his father. From the start, he stood out for his size, though he lacked the bold, dominant nature of his brother. Tarachand was more assertive, stronger, and for the first 2 years, he was the leader of the pair. Under their mother's protection, the brothers thrived in the heart of Tadoba, where their father ruled over several females, including Maya. Everything remained stable until October 2017, when tragedy struck. While hunting, Chota Matka was badly wounded by a wild boar's tusk that tore open his right side. The injury was deep and slow to heal. His mother, Choti Tara, tried to nurse him constantly, while park veterinarians wanted to intervene. But Tarachand blocked their approach. He wasn't aggressive, but his protective stance was clear. No one was to touch his brother. Despite the hardship, the brothers remained inseparable. They played, hunted, and grew together until November 2018, when their father, Matkasur, drove them both out of his territory. They were now old enough to pose a threat. That same year, Matkasur led Maya and her cubs to safety, ensuring his dominance continued. The 2 brothers, now nomads, were tagged with GPS collars as part of a tracking program. But their partnership would soon come to an end. In December 2018, tragedy struck again. Tarachand was electrocuted when he touched a farm fence in the buffer zone. He was barely 2 years old. His death was silent, but devastating. Chota Matka was now alone. His body was still healing, his strength not yet fully returned, and the forest was filled with stronger, more experienced rivals. Over the next few years, Tadoba's hierarchy shifted dramatically. Matkasur was dethroned by a new generation of males, Mowgli, Rudra, and Tala, who claimed their own territories. Chota Matka was not the strongest among them. He was often seen limping, his body marked by scars and cuts. His early injuries and less aggressive youth had left him at a disadvantage when it came to defending himself. But what came next would change everything, and transform Chota Matka into one of the most feared tigers in India's wild history. Despite his physical limitations, Chota Matka accomplished something few tigers ever do. He survived. He never wandered far from the land where he was born. He learned to hunt alone, often along the forest's edge, feeding near villages where livestock was easier prey. He was far from perfect. His body carried scars, and his face would later be disfigured beyond recognition. But his eyes stood out. Pale blue, almost gray, an uncommon color among the tigers of Tadoba. His frame was powerful, with broad shoulders and a thick neck. Despite his injuries, he commanded respect. In 2021, during the monsoon season, his life changed forever. Mowgli, a dominant male, launched a brutal attack that tore apart part of Chota Matka's face. From that day forward, he would carry the permanent scars of battle. Yet he did not vanish. He withdrew deep into the forest, living in isolation as he recovered in silence. During that time, other rivals emerged, among them Balram, his half-brother from Brahmapuri. The threats never ceased. But in April 2022, Chota Matka returned, and this time he struck back. He directly attacked Mowgli, inflicting such severe wounds that Mowgli vanished from Tadoba's core area. With his rival gone, Chota Matka seized control of Mowgli's territory. No allies, no help, no second chances. Once separated from their mother, they must conquer territory, hunt, and survive entirely on their own. Unlike the lions of Africa, a tiger cannot rely on a coalition or a mane to intimidate rivals. In India, an injured tiger must fend for himself. If he cannot walk, he dies. If he cannot hunt, he dies. If his wounds become infected, he dies. No one comes to help. Those who rise again after such battles are more than strong. They are survivors in the truest sense. But peace never lasts. Recently, a new male was spotted at the edge of Chota Matka's territory. A young tiger named Virbhadra. His presence is no coincidence. The scent of blood, the silence of an aging tiger, and the lure of open ground have drawn him in. Virbhadra has not attacked yet, but he watches, waits, and measures his rival. And Chota Matka, still wounded and marked by his war with Brahma, must prepare once again, because in the jungle, victory is never final.